The world is moving. People move from one country to another. They run away from war times, from dangers and terrible situations which we all know, which can only be healed by powers, world powers, getting together and really working for peace together, which is possibly underway, hopefully. But there's another reason for running away is poverty. Very simply, poverty, especially from Africa. Many people don't have a ways to live, and they want to come to Europe, very often to Germany, but not only. Other countries in Europe don't really want to take them. That's a sad side story. But it happens, so they want to come to Europe, or preferably, as many people say, Germany. And we had a method of reducing the desire to run away through help. And there are two categories of help. One is, of course, education, which lasts too long to work immediately, but it has to start. Education is one of the methods to fight poverty, clearly, one of the essential, first important methods. But there's another way. Another way is to help initiatives who exist everywhere. Everywhere, even the poorest people have ideas and have ideas how they want to improve their lives. And they need some initial financial help, initial push. Then this can be done through microcredit, if it's possible to initiate something which can bring some income. Then you can work with microcredit, and this works pretty well in many situations. It is not an old method. Before, this was not possible in small amounts, but now it became possible through Professor Yunus' experience and redone by many other people in a good way, or not so good sometimes. But this is not always possible to be done in a way that there can be outcomes from the work initiated by microcredit, and they still have ideas, and this can be, well, one can help through little funds, little donations, some small initial grants, simple grants, which don't have to be repaid. And if it's done in real initiatives where people have taken the initiative, that's the key point, where people have started to do something and they have concrete ideas which they stand behind and they have their motivation and it works. But then they need a little bit of money, not much. And that was up to recently not possible in my country, Germany. Only large amounts were possible. Yes, 1 million is a lot of money, but this could be sometimes easier obtained than small amounts. Only the embassies themselves, several countries, they had possibilities of making small grants, but it was sort of a matter of luck to find the right person from the right embassy to use this method. But what I tried to find out is, wouldn't it be possible to get public funding in small amounts from the responsible ministry, the development ministry, in this case in Germany, in small amounts and with a simple recording system, specifically for small initiatives. Initiatives in the basic area, on the bottom of poverty, so to say, among the people. And this was a simple idea. It was obvious to need this, but somehow it hadn't been tried in Germany. But then I worked for 3 years to work on this method together with some politicians, plus 2 years of testing something which which was the product, and it was called the Partnerschaftshelfer Modell, and it worked well. And then it was initiated officially in the German development situation by the ministry, very formal, and it was a DED, a German special organization working outside with humans, for humans, with humans, and it worked very well in 42 years on a relatively large scale, until a few years ago in Germany, all the agencies who were bringing German official money to the countries for development, they were united into the GIZ. And in this combining framework, this nice little model was completely forgotten, was lost, was reduced to a model which accompanied larger projects, which was not at all the idea. It was independent in itself. And that is a shame. Someone here had not seen what really worked in the ministry. And I call this, what is it, a troubled consciousness. It's a reduced capacity to see the whole. And it's a shame, but this can happen to any human. But if that happens in politics, in such a case, it's traumatic. And this was now then lost, and it has to be reinstalled. I really want to argue and fight for the simple reinstallation of a possible model for small grants in Germany through public money. And it worked, and it could and should work again. That's all I want to put forward here.